What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Noname back at again with another. Ooh, I'm hearing that echo. Where is it? Okay, but for a sec, cause I also had I had the stream pulled up in another tab. I had to pull it up somewhere else, otherwise you guys would hear a bad echo. So that's all I'm doing real quick. What's up, Jersey for Life? How you doing, man? I see that you're in the chat. So welcome back, guys. Episode 2 of predicting the entire NFL. And to be honest with you guys, I think this is gonna be like the next episode is probably gonna be the last one, or maybe even this episode, cause we got all the way to week 6 last week. We shall see how far we get this week, as I'm just pulling up the stream on another device so I could keep track of how well it goes. You know, you gotta do that in order to make sure everything is going correctly and whatnot. I'm gonna wait, and while that's happening, I'll wait for a couple more of you to pop in also. So I'm gonna put this over there. And the stream is pulled up. Nice. So if I switch over, everything should be normal. So as you can see last time, just I guess giving a quick recap of how it went last time. The division standings are right on the side. This was week 6 was where we finished off. We had the Chiefs beating the Bills, Colts beating the Bengals, Steelers beating the Browns, Titans over the Texans, which is a surprise for me, Broncos over Dolphins, Jets over Chargers, Ravens beating the Eagles, Jaguars beating the Lions, Giants beating the Redskins, Bears beating the Panthers, Vikings beating the Falcons, Packers beating the Buccaneers, 49ers beating the Rams, and Cowboys beating the Cardinals. And what's shaping up to be quite the interesting league right now. Leading, I guess, the entire league is the Ravens at 6-0. If I double check real quick, oh, nope. The 49ers down here in the NFC West are also 6-0, so that's pretty interesting as well. So if we go through the AFC real quick, in the AFC North, the Ravens, as I said, 6-0, are the number 1 seed, with the Steelers following them as the 7th seed. At 3-3, the Browns also 3-3, Bengals 2-4. AFC South, the Titans lead it with 4-2 record. They're the number 3 seed. The Colts following with a 3-3 record. Texans 2-4, Jaguars 1-5. Very rocky start for the Jaguars. In the AFC East, the Patriots somehow are still holding on. They're first in the AFC East, 4th overall in the AFC at 3-2, but the Bills are right behind them, also at 3-2, and they're actually both 1-0 in the division. So we'll see how that plays out. In the AFC West, we got the Chiefs at 5-1, and they're 2-0 in the division. Their only loss was to the Ravens. Broncos following suit as the 5th seed at 4-2, and the Chiefs are the 2nd seed overall, by the way. Raiders then 1-4, Chargers 1-5. Rough start for those guys as well. And then when we go over to the NFC side of things, starting off with the NFC North, the Packers leading the way, and they are the 4th seed overall, 3-2, with the Vikings coming in at 3-3. Bears 2-4, Lions at 1-4. The NFC South, the Saints lead the way at 5-0, and their 2nd seed overall. The Buccaneers coming in at 4-2, Falcons 2-4, Panthers 0-6. Then the NFC East, we got the Cowboys at 5-1, Giants 4-2. So the Cowboys are the 3rd seed, and somehow, some way, the Giants are the 6th seed. Now, I guess kind of a disclaimer. This was predict the NFL with you guys, so you guys decided most of these matchups and how they went. So I mean, my bias is for the most part out of it. Then we got the Eagles at 3-3 and the Redskins at 0-6. I don't think the Redskins are starting off 0-6. While I think they're bad, they're not that bad, right? The Redskins they're a competitive team. They're a team that would compete. Then we got the 49ers at 6-0, Seahawks at 5-0, Cardinals at 4-2. And the NFC West got 3 teams in the playoffs right now. 49ers the 1st seed, Seahawks the 5th, and Cardinals the 7th, and the Rams at 1-5. So that is how it's shaping out right now. Ooh, let me just take care of something real quick over here. Just give me a second, guys. Just had to fix something with the live stream. I'm not sure if you guys will see it, but the fact that it popped up here means I should probably take care of it. Let me. This should not take too long. If my internet would work for me, that is. Alright. That has been taken care of. What is up, or is that's BBP? BBP, what's up, my guy? How you doing? Coming in just in time because I'm about to start the week 7 predictions right now. Hopefully we get to start it and we get to go through a couple, a good amount of weeks. Let's see how it goes. So first things first, our AFC matchups, we got Browns versus Bengals, Chargers against Dolphins, Bills against Jets, Steelers against Ravens, Chiefs against Broncos. Let's see how this is going to break down. Personally, I would say I would say Browns over Bengals. Chargers and Dolphins is honestly a toss-up. Bills over Jets, Ravens over Steelers, and Chiefs over Broncos. But what do you guys think? How would you say this goes? And what up, Jersey for Life? Back in it. We gonna blow this chat up. You do that. Share the live stream, all that. Get more viewers in here. Whatever you want. And the teams on bye, by the way. Colts, Jaguars, Titans, and Vikings. And then the team coming off a bye, there's a little bed next to them. That's interesting. So, like, the Patriots are coming off a bye and the Raiders are coming off a bye. So are the Saints and the Seahawks. Yeah, man, this website is pretty cool. But, yeah, how would you guys say this goes right here? I'm saying, once again, Browns over Bengals. This is how I would have it going with the real toss-up between the Chargers and Dolphins. And since it's a toss-up, I'd look at their records right now. So the Chargers are 1-5 and the Dolphins are also 1-5, so that didn't help me at all. Christian Jones, what's up, man? He says Browns, Chargers, Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs. So he's going with the Chargers here, and I think everything else is basically the same. So we got one vote for the Chargers in Christian Jones, the sports influencer. What's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome in. So this is the current way that we have the AFC matchups going for this week in the NFL. This will be week 7. What would you disagree with? What do you agree with? What is your prediction for the way that it would go? Right now, the only toss-up I have is this game, Chargers and Dolphins, but I think everything else on the AFC side of things would be set in stone. Sports influencer also voted for Chargers. He said Chargers easily. So we got 2 votes for the Chargers there. As of right now, I guess there's not really any Dolphins fans in the chat. Understandable, Dolphins. I mean, hey man, in this mock-up that we have going, Dolphins ain't doing too good. I'm not sure how much he's gonna show on screen, but I'm moving my mouse under them. 1-6 now. So let's see. It says Finns ain't got the offense to beat that defense. The defense is way too good. The defense of the Chargers, if they can stay healthy, it's way too good. Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm letting you guys decide most of the matchups for this anyway. So we'll see how it goes. And then we get into the AFC versus NFC side of things. We got Packers against Texans, 49ers at Patriots, Buccaneers at Raiders. Alright, I'm taking 49ers over the Patriots. And the other two are honestly toss-ups for me. Maybe they aren't toss-up for you guys, but Packers at Texans, even though the Packers right now are 3-2 and are leading their division, and I think the Texans are 2-4 and third in theirs, but I think the AFC South is tougher than the NFC North. That's just me. I think it would still be a toss-up between Packers and Texans, and then Buccaneers against Raiders. Personally, it's a toss-up. If we were to go the way the season has gone so far, the Raiders would lose easily, as you can see by their record. What do you guys think? He says Packers and Bucks, but not sure about game 2. I'm pretty sure. I think the 49ers are just gonna be, they're still gonna be a good team next year. I see no reason for them to take a step back or anything like that. Christian Jones says Texans, 49ers, and Bucks. So he's actually going with the Texans over the Packers, and Bucks over Raiders. So far seems like Bucks are taking the Raiders easily. The real toss-up is Packers-Texans because we have one vote for each. He's going to go Niners. Yep, that seems to be the way to go right now. Anybody else, where would you go for Packers-Texans? It's 1-1. If anything, I'll flip a coin. I will flip a coin if necessary. Be like, all right, hey man, go to Google and be like, all right, bro, Packers or Texans, flip a coin. Or maybe I'll choose I'll just close my eyes and choose it. But you know what? Just because the Packers are leading the NFC North right now, and I think they can afford a loss, I'm gonna go with Texans. Maybe Deshaun Watson and Texans pull out, just a win, and they're trying to catch back up in the AFC South. And the Packers are the ones that are away. What's up, Dylan Renner? How you doing, bro? What's up, man? Coming in just in time. We just got through this section right here. Dylan, be our tiebreaker. We got one equal vote for the Packer and the Texans. I would say Texans just because I think they're home. They might have that advantage. But what do you say? And while you let me know that, let's move on to the NFC side of things. Giants at Eagles, Lions at Falcons, Cowboys at Redskins, Panthers at Saints, Seahawks at Cardinals, Bears at Rams. So there's a couple of them, in my opinion, that would be easy here. Like, I would take Seahawks over the Cardinals and Saints and Cowboys. And yeah, honestly, Eagles. I mean, you guys know I'm a Giants fan, but I would take the Eagles over the Giants in this part. Sports Influencer says Pack. Don't see it happening. Okay, then we got 2 for the Packers. I guess that it is going to be Packers over Texans. Now, as much as I would like the Giants to beat the Eagles at home, I think the best case scenario is that we split with them, and I do think the Eagles would beat us. But I will say this, depending on who wins this matchup, if you look at the bottom right over here, oh, my screen is actually blocking it, my webcam. But on the bottom right, the Giants are currently the 6th seed, right? If they lose it, the Eagles become the 7th seed, and the Giants drop down to the 8th seed. So the Giants are basically out the playoffs. But I think we know it might be Eagles. Like Christian Jones says, Eagles, Falcons, Cowboys, Saints, and Seahawks. Edward in here, what's up, Edward, says Giants win in my opinion. Really? The Giants win. How do the Giants beat the Eagles at home in this one here, Edward? So he says Eagles, Falcons, Cowboys, Saints, and Seahawks. What about Bears and Rams? Sports Influencer says biased Giants. Yeah, I know. Lions, Cowgirls, Saints. Oh, you got the Cardinals beating the Seahawks and Rams? I don't know about Cardinals beating the Seahawks, man. The Seahawks are actually undefeated so far in this season. Cardinals are 4-2. So that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Edward says Barkley would go off. All right, here's the thing though, right? I know we're all, homers. Everybody in the chat is basically a Giants fan. But I really do think at best the Giants win one game. Are you saying that one game is when they're away and they won't beat the Eagles when they have them at home? And this time Judge won't stop him? I mean, yeah. That is my reasoning for why I think they will beat the Eagles at least once this year. The fact that Judge will just let Saquon run. Let Saquon destroy the Eagles like he did the past couple of years. I think that's exactly why. Excuse me, little hiccups there. Sports Influencer says Cards defense is better than the Seahawks offense. Just on paper. I do see the Cards defense killing the Seahawks O-line. Let's see who's on the Cardinals defensive line. Obviously Chandler Jones. They just added Isaiah Simmons in the linebacking core. Of course, the Cardinals have always had a good secondary. I mean, I guess I can see that, but Russell Wilson does account for going against those good defenses. But I think we got a couple people. No, we got one for the Seahawks, one for the Cards. Wow, it's literally 1-1. What's up? I cannot pronounce that, my guy. I'm sorry. Aramian. That's gonna give me a tongue twister. What's up, NYG? I'm gonna just let it to be NYG. I gotta teach. I'm not the one playing Sea of Thieves. It's my sister that plays Sea of Thieves. If you see it popping up on cause we're friends on Xbox, so I'm not the one that be playing. I'm not good at it either, bro. It's gonna be a good game, that's for sure. All right, let me get a couple more votes for the Seahawks Cardinals game. Guys, I'm gonna give the Eagles game to the Eagles just because they're at home. But rest assured, because of exactly of what Edward Ash says, because I think Barkley will go off and win these games, I think the Giants take their game at home. So we need one more vote for Seahawks Cardinals, and I think for Lions Falcons because it's split there also. But let me know. I do think that sports influencer brings up a good point that the Cardinals defense might be some trouble for that Seattle offensive line. Seattle has always had a like an average, below average offensive line, and they lost their starting center this offseason. The Cardinals defense, you could argue, only got better over the offseason, and they're definitely going to be competing. Seattle is coming off a bye, so maybe there's some rust. Who knows? Rictimus Prime, what is up, man? That's a cool name. Niners beat 7 teams with less than 7 wins last year, or at least 3 wins. They got lucky bounces. Are you talking for Niners against Patriots, or are you just bringing up an interesting fact? The Niners, listen, I'll say this, man. Niners looked like a weak first, I think where did they first see last year? But they just looked like a weak team entering the playoffs. But I think, in my opinion, they proved people wrong because they really did turn it up in the playoffs. NYG says Carson Wentz is made of glass. He will he will break before week 8. Yo, maybe he will. Maybe he will. Niners defense not what people promote. We can start 4-0. Are you talking about we as in the Giants? Hold up. Are you sure about that? That Niners defensive line is no joke for a Giants offensive line that's now just starting to get it together. I will say that. But, well, nobody else is really. Dylan Renner said Seahawks. And yes, G-Man, listen. If they can get past that defensive line, for sure. So this is how I'm going to have the week going down. Rest assured, when the Giants come up against the Eagles at home, they will take it against the Eagles. Actually, let me double check real quick. I'm going to pull up the Giants schedule right now. Did they already face the Eagles? Let's see. Giants 2020 schedule. If I can just pull it up real quick. Giants. Okay, so they do face them again after this. I was just wondering for a quick second. So, yeah, next time they face the Giants, we'll take the win. With the flexing emoji from Rictimus Prime. It is tough. It's very tough. Now, in week 8, the teams on bye. There's a couple of teams on bye right here. We got the Broncos, Cardinals, Ravens, Redskins, Steelers, and Texans all on bye. I will say this, man. Jesus, the Redskins are at 7-0. I mean 0-7, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, I do think the Redskins are a bad team, but 0-7 is terrible. But let's get on to the AFC. Titans versus Bengals. I would go Titans. Patriots at Bills. I'd go Bills. Raiders at Browns. I'd probably go Raiders. Jets at Chiefs. That's Chiefs, no doubt. Jaguars at Chargers. I'd probably go Chargers. But this is most of these matches could come down to the wire except for Jets at Chiefs. But except for Jets at Chiefs, every other match could come down to the wire. We got the sports influencer coming in real hot with his predictions. He says Titans, Pats, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers. So Titans, Pats, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers. So he would take the Pats over the Bills. And right now, they are both just tied for that division in the AFC East. With this win, of course, depending on who wins it, that team will take over as the AFC East leader. Prime says, just logged in. I'm late to the party. Sorry, I like your channel. Keep it up. Thank you, man. It's no problem that you're late. As long as you're here and showing support, that's what matters, bro. Sports Influencer says, Bill is going to come in clutch. Listen, man, depending on what Belichick does next year, I'm just going to trust it. He could tank the entire year, and I'm going to trust it because I'm like, he's tanking for Trevor Lawrence. Or he could pull some magic out of his hat, and the Patriots still end up atop the AFC East, and I'll be like, well, that's just Bill Belichick being Bill Belichick. Christian Jones says, Titans, Bills. So now we got back for the Bills. Browns. He's going for the Browns. Chiefs, Chargers. And Dylan says, I'm switching between your streams and KB. LOL. What's up, Kevin Cronin? Yeah, I didn't even realize Kibble was going to go live. I mean, you guys know this has kind of been a scheduled thing. At least for Thursday for the past 2 weeks now. So I was kind of surprised when he went live. I was like, oh, man. That might not be so good. But Rams over Dolphins, Dylan Renner says. Where are you looking at? Dylan is already moving on to AFC versus NFC. we still got a conundrum right here with the Pats game and the Raiders game because we have the votes split. There's equal votes for the Pats winning versus the Bills winning, and there's equal votes for the Raiders winning versus the Browns winning. So we do need some sort of tiebreaker for these two specific matches. Trick shot Beast 01. Hello, Giants making it all the way. Well, I'll tell you what, bro. Right now the Giants are 4-3, and so are the Eagles, and they really can't make it all the way. Because in my opinion, when I get over to the NFC side, I do think they will beat the Buccaneers. Kristen Jones says, invite Kid Blue, LOL. Yeah, you know what? If anybody is switching in between the streams, tell them that the hub says come over to my. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Let them stay over there. I don't want to interrupt this stream. Dylan says Browns beats Raiders, so that's 2 votes for the Browns. Sports Influencer says, I do think the Browns could win, but I think the Raiders are going to pick up some steam. That's why I kind of went in the Raiders' direction, but right now more votes are leading towards Browns. Leonard Gray, welcome in, bro. He says, I like the Raiders, especially without Brady. And, bro, Jesus. Wait, the Raiders? Do you mean you like the Bills, especially without Brady? But I think as of right now, more votes are towards the Browns. Personally, I would say the Raiders win. But we're still tied right here between Patriots and Bills. So, just anybody. Literally anybody right now. Okay, so Leonard Gray means he likes the Bills. So, okay, then this is how I'm finalizing the AFC side of things. And, wow, Sports Influencer says he's taking Raiders. Alright, I'm just going to go with my gut on this one, guys. I think the Raiders would win. But actually, let me look at the Raiders are 2-5 and Browns are 4-4. So keep that in mind. Actually, let me offset it. The Browns are 4-3 and the Raiders are 1-5. So there is kind of, some things there that say the Raiders might lose or the Browns might win. I don't know why. I just have a feeling this game the Raiders might take the W. That's just me. And Edward Ash coming in saying Browns. So that just broke the tiebreaker. All right, let's move on to AFC versus NFC. We spent a lot of time over there. Rams, Dolphins, I'll go Rams. Colts, Lions, I would go Colts. What about you guys? I think this might be straightforward, but let's see. Edward Ash saying Browns win. Sports Influencer saying Browns win. I love the Raiders, but the Browns got to win, I guess. I mean, yeah, when you think about momentum-wise, I would say so also. Where are you going for the AFC versus NFC matchups? I think these would be pretty straightforward. I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Dylan Renner. Earlier on in the stream said that he went with, oh, hold up. The window just disappeared. I have to bring this dude back up. Okay. Alright. I don't know why it disappeared. It just randomly disappeared. Alright, it's back up now. You guys should be able to see it again. Hopefully. Alright. Rams and Colts, yep. Edward Ash giving me the thumbs up for Rams and Colts, and I guess also so that they could see it again. So I think this is pretty straightforward. And real quick, y'all, should I do a fun type of video, like a tier list type video, just ranking the NFL uniforms? Because this Rams logo just reminded me of the fact that they have trash uniforms. Like, I actually like the new Rams logo. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm not against the new Rams logo. I think it looks okay, not great. It looks okay, but their uniforms just stink. And then another team's uniforms that just stink now are the Falcons. I don't know why the Falcons redesigned their uniforms, but it looks trash. The only 2 teams that came out of the uniform design looking good were the Chargers and the Bucks. Just the Bucks went back to a classic one, so it's not even really a redesign, but the Chargers' new uniforms look really good. But that would be lit, Edward Ash says. So, okay, maybe I'll do it next week or something like that. Because tomorrow, by the way, for those of you watching right now, tomorrow I plan to do the call-in stream, the live call-in show. And after this stream is over, I will put up in the community notes the instructions for how you're going to call in. Right now, the plan is to do it through Discord. Or at the very least, the instructions will be in Discord if I test it during the day and Discord don't work. So either way, after the stream, I will post in community notes a link to my the channel's Discord server. You guys will get in there, and I'm either gonna let you call through Discord, or if that doesn't work out, the instructions will be there anyway. So it's not like you joined the Discord server for no reason. We'll see how it goes, but that is going to happen tomorrow. So on the NFC side, we got Falcons, Panthers. This is tough, but I probably would go. Ooh. That's actually kind of tough. I'd probably go Panthers. I don't know. Vikings, Packers. That's a toss-up. Saints, Bears. I'd go Saints. 49ers, Seahawks. Another toss-up because right now they're both undefeated. Cowboys, Eagles. Another toss-up. Buccaneers, Giants, and I will go Giants. But let's see what's up. Um, Dylan Renner, bro. Dylan said, "Okay, Hub, I told King Blue you were begging for him to come over. You can't do the stream without him. I told him to hurry up. You're getting anxious." I'm done, bro. Dylan Renner out here. Did you actually tell him that? Because that's not what happened. But okay, what's up, Prison Mike? How you doing? Leonard Gray saying Falcons over Panthers, Packers over Vikings, and Roman Torres in the chat saying Saquon MVP. Let's go Giants from Trick Shot. Listen, man, Dylan, I guess I kind of appreciate it, but I think Kid Blue would know that you were joking. At least I would hope that he knows that you were joking. But yeah, so getting back to these guys right here, Falcons over Panthers from Leonard Gray, and Packers over Vikings. So that's how we're going so far. Christian Jones coming in with his picks. Falcons, Vikings. Okay, Vikings. Then Saints, 49ers. I'm trying to read it because the trash is going up at the same time. Eagles, Buccaneers. Ooh, I don't know if I could switch, man. I really do think the Giants are going to beat the Bucs in prime time. Oh, my God. No way. Dylan, tell him it's alright, bro. Oh, man. Is he actually ending his stream early? Yo, Dylan says he's low-key stupid and always listens to me. Oh, my God. Yo, can anybody switch into Kid Blue's stream and let him know all is good? Dylan, you're a legitimate troll, bro. Sports Influencer says Roman spells Saquon right, then he will win MVP. That's a fact. Saquon's name has an O in it for the Quan part. But yeah, going back over this, Falcons and Panthers are a toss-up, so are Vikings, and the three toss-up games are Falcons, Panthers, Vikings, Packers, 49ers, Seahawks. Listen, man, I really do think the Giants would beat the Buccaneers. That's all I'm saying. I really do think the Giants would beat the Buccaneers on prime time. Now, I don't know why. I just feel like the Giants facing the Buccaneers, like what, the past 3-4 years, the only time we didn't win was extremely bad luck with that crazy long field goal from the Buccaneers kicker. Oh my God, I think that was back in 2017 also, and that was when we were just had injured wide receivers left, right, and center. But the Giants, for the most part, over the past 4 or 3 years, have dominated the Buccaneers. The only thing the Bucs added this offseason was Tom Brady. I'm not even counting Gronk because, in my opinion, Gronk is washed. And Tom Brady, I don't know. He's not who he used to be. I don't know. I just think the Giants are going to beat the Buccaneers. You guys let me know about that. Oh, my God. The sports influencer, he says he ended it. Bruh. Lestat, what's up, my guy? How you doing, Lestat? Oh, my God. He actually ended it. Bro, Dylan Renner. Dylan Renner wins just the award for Troll of the Year, bro. This man actually made him end the stream. I'm done. Dylan Renner, bro. Hats off to you. I don't know anybody that has that power. But okay. He's still the GOAT, but Giants pride forever. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. But is everybody okay with this so we can move on to the next week? On the NFC side of things, if there's any of the toss-up games that you think will go different, let me know. Specifically, 49ers at Seahawks and Vikings at Packers. Specifically these two, let me know. He says, I'm the bodyguard. I mean, I guess so. I guess when you're the bodyguard and your bodyguard suggests, hey, man, we should probably end the stream, you end the stream. Sports Influencer says, I like this. Thank you. Thank you very much. So if there's nobody that has a problem with it, we will go on to week 9. And if you look at it right now, I'm not sure if it's going to show because the chat and my webcam are actually blocking the complete right side of it. But the Giants are currently in the playoffs at 5-3 and the 7th seed. That's absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's happening right now. So let's go on to week 9. So week 9, ooh, we got a bunch of AFC versus NFC matchups. The teams on bye are Bengals, Browns, Eagles, and Rams. And Ravens, let's start off on the AFC just like we always do. Ravens at Colts. I think Ravens take that. Texans at Jaguars. I think Texans take that. Raiders at Chargers, AFC West matchup. The Chargers are 3-5. The Raiders are 1-6. I still think it's a toss-up. And then Patriots at Jets. I think the Pats take that. So the only thing I'm not really sure about would be Raiders at Chargers. But Yeah, what do you guys think? Edward Chan, what's up, bro? He says just came from KB. Edward Chan, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say scroll up to see why KB stream ended early because I had nothing to do with it. I'm just gonna put that out there. But thank you for tuning in. Did I have us beating the Bears? Listen, man, I didn't have us beating the Bears. The chat had us beating the Bears. As you can see, I'm letting the chat have, quite a bit of control over this thing. That's why it's called, predicting with the subs. Okay? Dylan says I'm welcome. Leonard Gray coming in. Well, first, sports influencer coming in with his predictions. He says Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Pats. Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Pats. Then Leonard Gray's coming in says Browns over Bengals. Browns over Bengals. What are you talking about, Browns over Bengals? I don't think Browns over Bengals. Jags over Texans. Okay, Jags over Texans. I'm trying to look right now. Jets over Patriots for the shocker. So we have one Jets over Patriots and one Patriots over Jets. Christian Jones saying Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Jets. So that would be an interesting way to go, but it's still 1-1 between Patriots and Jets. So just literally, we need to get a little more votes over here. Edward Chan coming in saying nope, Pats over Jets. What is the Jets record right now? The Jets are currently 2-6. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. Yo, why do Jets fans? I don't know why, but Jets fans are wilding out on Twitter, bro. I don't know if you guys like follow any type of football accounts on Twitter or something like that, but Jets fans have been wilding out. They've been talking to Cowboys fans, specifically because of the Jamal Adams thing. For some reason, they've been talking about Giants fans, comparing Darnold and Dimes. It don't make sense to me. Like, nobody's talking about the Jets, but the Jets are talking about everybody else. Pats easily, come on now, Pats over Jets. Jets fan thinks Sam Darnold is really good. Listen, man, Sam Darnold, as of right now, is not a good quarterback. He can prove me wrong this year, but he's not a good quarterback. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know him, Zach Sharmer from Strong Opinion Sports. I really respect Zach Sharmer. He has a really great show over there. He did a breakdown on Sam Darnold the other day. Brought up something that I never thought about. Sam Darnold has the worst footwork of like any starting quarterback in the NFL. His footwork looks like a high school level quarterback. He jumps around too much and he never steps into any of his throws, and that's really bad. So that's something I didn't realize about Sam Darnold and the Jets. They don't have Jamal. They got nobody. Sorry, Gang Green. Rictimus Prime. Yo, bro, thank you so much with the $10 super chat with a teacup. You know what? Give me a second. I'm going to go get a cup of tea because I have some brewed, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So, Rictimus Prime, I am back. Thank you for the $10 super chat, bro. Cheers, mate. Is that what people say when they drink tea? I don't know. As I take a drink from my teacup. But yeah, man, thank you so much. If they lose Jamal, they're finished. What a goat. Yo, guys, Kid Blue is coming in here. Pissed. Okay, now, Dylan, now I'm starting to think that you're trolling me. But let's, AV Sports, what's up, bro? Now I'm starting to think that Dylan is trolling me. Has anybody else come over from Kid Blue stream? Did he end his stream early because Dylan was in there saying, stuff that wasn't true, basically? Let's go over to the AFC versus NFC side of things, okay? So we got Seahawks versus Bills. That would be a nice matchup to see. Panthers versus Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs automatically. Broncos at Falcons. Oh, my God, Edward. Oh, my God. Edward just confirmed my worst fears, man. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, Broncos at Falcons. I'd go Broncos. Bears at Titans. I would go Titans. Cardinals, I'd take over the Dolphins. And Steelers at Cowboys would be a nice toss-up. What are you guys thinking for the AFC versus NFC matchups over here? So, sports influencers saying Hawks, Chiefs. Okay, so you said Hawks, Chiefs, Broncos, Titans, Cards, Steelers. So basically everything is the same, and you chose a little bit from the toss-ups. Edward Chan is saying Steelers, so we got 2 votes for the Steelers over the Cowboys, 1 vote for the Seahawks over the Bills, and everything else kind of remains the same, which, kind of makes sense. I think these middle matchups here, um, not necessarily done deals, but definitely easier to decide than the first and the last matchup. Anybody else coming in with their predictions? Oh my god, it happened again. My bad, guys. Because I keep clicking, whatchamacallit? I keep clicking the minimize button on Google Chrome, so then it just disappears from the window capture, and it's like, oh no, where'd it go? Seahawks, Chiefs, Broncos, Titans, Cardinals, Cowboys. That is what Christian Jones is coming with. Seahawks, Chiefs, Broncos, Titans, Cardinals, Cowboys. We got Bears win, so we got Dylan Renner coming in, shaking things up with 1 win for the Bears. Still just 1 vote for the Cowboys. The Steelers have most of the votes inside the chat right now. Seahawks have most of the votes for the outside Bills. Oh man, that's some strong tea. And I think this right here is pretty much set. So let's go over to the NFC side of things, where we have Packers, 49ers. That'll be an interesting one, but I still think the 49ers will beat the Packers. I mean, the 49ers beat them in the regular season and just absolutely demolished them in the postseason. Nothing has changed except for the fact the Packers got worse and the 49ers mostly stayed the same. Maybe some of you disagree with me on that, but that's how I think it goes. Giants at Redskins, I do think Giants win. Lions at Vikings, I'd go Vikings. Saints at Buccaneers, I'd probably go Saints. I don't know, let me know. Wow, the Redskins are really 0-8. That is not, I just want to make it clear, I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. And the Panthers are 0-9. I just want to say I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. In real life, I heavily doubt that the Panthers would have 0 wins by week 9 and that the Redskins would have 0 wins by week 9. I did not see that coming. Edward Chan saying 49ers, Giants, Vikings, Saints. Nice. Christian Jones saying basically the same thing. 49ers, Giants, Vikings, Saints. Edward Ash saying Giants over Redskins. No argument. I agree with you there. Leonard Gray saying Packers, Giants, Vikings, Saints. So he's saying at AR12 is pissed they have a new QB. Here's the thing though, if AR12 is pissed they got a new QB, last time he was pissed it was with the head coach and he kind of just tanked the season away. Maybe he changes his view since then, but still need somebody else to vote Packers before I even go in that direction, because mostly everybody has been voting 49ers for this matchup in the chat so far. I keep doing it. I'm so sorry, guys. It's a force of habit that I keep clicking that, because I keep clicking to check the chat again on my computer, and it just be happening, y'all. Leonard Gray was just what do you mean by that, Edward? Sports Influencer says, I hate to admit it, Packers, Giants, Vikings, Bucks. Now that's 1 vote for the Buccaneers. Still most of the people in here voting for the Saints. So while I do think that's a nice, way to shake things up, unfortunately the chat is leaning the other way right now. Leonard Gray just watched 49ers versus Packers last year. Packers got destroyed. That is another thing, Gray. I mean, it comes down to Aaron Rodgers in this offense. He's not as deadly as he could be. Like, he really could, destroy the 49ers, but they don't let him loose like they used to, I guess you could say. AV Sports over here saying Saints. Leonard Gray saying, I think the 49ers will suffer Super Bowl hangover. That is where I disagree with you respectfully. I respectfully disagree with you there. I think the 49ers they're kind of built in such a way that they're the perfect team to not suffer from the Super Bowl hangover. But that's just me. Unless there's more votes going for the Packers, it's going to stay the same because Leonard is the only one voting for them there. And unless there's more votes going to the Buccaneers, it would stay the same because who was it that voted for the Bucks? Sports Influencer was the only person that voted for the Bucks. So unless there's more things coming in, I'm going to move on to Week 10. And we'll see how it goes in Week 10. So here we are. And we started with the AFC matchups as usual. We got Colts at Titans. That would be a nice one. That would be a nice one because Titans are leading the AFC South right now at 6-2. And Colts are right behind them at 4-4. Maybe the Colts sneak out a win on a Thursday night game. And it's Thursday night prime time at 8:20. Maybe the Colts catch the Titans sleeping or something. But that would be an interesting one. Texans at Browns. Browns right now are 5-3. The Texans are, where are the Texans? They're 3-5. So maybe the Browns just, win just based off of being better. Who knows? Bengals at Steelers. I think the Steelers would take that one. Jets at Dolphins. I'd probably go Jets. Maybe the Dolphins. I don't know. Let me not select. Broncos at Raiders. I'd go Broncos. Ravens at Pats. I'd go Ravens. But everything else I'm not sure about. So Sports Influencer says Titans, Texans, Steelers, Dolphins, Broncos, Pats. Titans, Texans, Steelers, Dolphins, Bronco, Pats. So that is where the chat is at right now. Edward Chan saying Titans, Texans, Steelers, Jets. So now we have one vote for the Jets. Broncos, Ravens. So now we have one vote for the Ravens. Then we got Leonard Gray saying Colts. Whoa. He coming in hot with Colts, Browns. Wow. Steelers, Jets. So now we have 2 votes for the Jets. Raiders, Ravens. So the only thing that really changed was Jets so far. Not sold on Tannehill, neither am I, to be honest with you. I am not sold on him either. Edward Ash saying Colts, Browns. Okay, now it's tied between the Colts and Titans one, and it's tied for the Texans and Browns matchup. Colts, Browns, Steelers. Am I reading this right? Dolphins, Raiders, Ravens. So Steelers, Dolphins, Raiders, Ravens. So right now these guys are leading the way, and it's tied there. Then AV Sports saying Titans, so not a tie anymore. Titans, Browns. Oh man, this chat is really moving. Hold up, I need to just bring my laptop over here to kind of read it a little bit quicker. Titans, Browns, Steelers, Fins, Raiders, Ravens. Titans, Browns, Steelers, Fins, Raiders, Ravens. Yep. Then Christian Jones saying Colts, Browns, Steelers, Dolphins, Broncos, Ravens. All right, so I think the Colts kind of took back the lead. And yeah, so this is how the chat is as of right now. Sports Influencer does bring up a good point. I can't have a team going in 16-0. And right now the Ravens are not defeated yet. If there is one team that would defeat them, it would be the Patriots. But I do have to say, Sports Influencer, I mean, as you've seen how it's gone so far, this is kind of decided by the chat, Maybe somehow, some way down the line, you guys kind of vote mostly towards the, okay, my own thing is buffering. So hopefully that doesn't mean that the stream for you guys will be buffering. But yeah, right now, that's just kind of the way it's going, man. I think Dolphins over Jets is the shocker low-key, though. It is the shocker as of right now, I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. But that's how the AFC is shaping up. Got a lot of good votes in there. They should be relatively quick. Jaguars at Packers, I think will be Packers. Bills at Cardinals. Where would I go here? I want to go Bills, but I think the Cardinals would be scrappy and they would fight for it. The Bills are 5-3, and so the Cardinals are 5-3. Huh? Who knows? That's the toss-up one. But let's see what you got. Packers and Cards. So far so good from Sports Influencer out here. What else? Let me check see just to make sure that nobody really lost connection, because it was buffering on my end. Thank God it wasn't buffering on your guys' end. Then we got Packers, Bills. So the vote shifted towards the Bills. And I think unless there's more people going to come in with it, Packers and Bills from Christian Jones. Right now heavily leaning towards the Bills side of things. Nobody really giving the love towards the Jaguars, but I can't blame him. AV Sports saying Packers, Bills, and then he's going even more into the next one. I'll get back to that. Rictum is saying Bills. So I think this has kind of been set for the AFC versus NFC. We're going to move on to the NFC side of things, where Eagles, Giants, I did say I would give the Giants the win at home, so I am doing that. Redskins, Lions, this might surprise you guys. I'm going to give the Redskins their first win of the season. I just can't see them going 0-16. I don't know, man. Then we got Buccaneers, Panthers. I think Panthers would win, but now the Buccaneers are Buccaneers would win, but now the Panthers are 0-10, which same with the Redskins. I don't know if they're really going to be that bad. Seahawks at Rams, with Rams coming off a bye week. I'd go Seahawks. 49ers, Saints, this would be a toss-up, but I'd go Saints by a hair just because they're home. And then Vikings, Bears, I'd go Vikings. Let's see what the chat says, because I know AV Sports started a little bit early. He said Eagles, Bucks, Rams, Saints, Vikings. So Eagles, Bucks, Rams, Saints, Vikings. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not changing that one because I really do think the Giants have a have a real good chance at home. We shall see. Giants come closer in Philly. Usually gets blown out at home. I will say this, man. That was under incompetent coaching. I forgot who brought it up, but a really good viewer brought up a good point, and it's a point that I brought up before. Saquon destroyed the Eagles in the first half of all the 4 games we'd play in the past 2 years, but Shermer just didn't let Saquon run wild in the second half, thus leading to us, losing the lead and also losing the time of possession and then losing the game. I don't think that's going to happen again. Leonard Gray saying Giants, Lions, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings, Giants, Lions. Okay, so we got to vote for the Lions. Buccaneers, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings. Then Edward Chan saying Giants, Lions, Bucks, Seahawks, 49ers, and then Vikings. Then Christian Jones saying Giants, Redskins. So another vote. No. I think the Lions had 2 votes. So Giants, Redskins, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings. Giants win. Shermer was so horrible. Shermer was trash. Giants, Redskins, Bucks, Seahawks. So now it's actually back to the Redskins. A good amount of people voted for the Redskins because Lamar gets ACL year. Saints, Vikings. Lamar as in who? Lamar Jackson? Seahawks? Which Lamar? G-Men, Skins, Bucks, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings. So G-Men, Skins, Bucks, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings. This the last one that Rick Demis said is actually how the votes are playing out in the chat right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where the votes are going right now for the most part. Niners over Saints. Edward Ash coming in with a hot take saying that the Niners would go over the Saints. That'll be an interesting one. I think for the most part, though, the vote still leads towards the Saints. Little Runner says Lamar Jackson tears his ACL, and that's why the Seahawks wins. Dylan, the Seahawks aren't playing the Ravens this time, bro. It's the Seahawks against the Rams. You good? Christian Jones saying, I only think the Redskins are a 2 or 3 win team. I would say in this universe they clearly are. But yeah, I was surprised by the I think it's 3-2 or like 4-3 the vote. There's just one more person voting for the Redskins than there is Lions, which surprised me. And Dylan, you are definitely something, man, cuz I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't predict injury. That's another good point brought up by AV Sports. I need to see more from Garoppolo. I need to see a lot more from Garoppolo, but the team around him is just stellar. But I think this is how it's going to go, so let's go into Week 11. So, teams on a bye right now. 49ers, Bears, Bills, Dolphins, Giants, Jets. And, okay. All right. Okay. I just looked over to the NFC East standings, and I just want to say this is completely unrealistic. But the Giants are on top of the NFC East and are the 3rd seed in the NFC with a 7-3 record. They're 3-2 in the division. The Cowboys are behind them with a 6-3 record, and they're the 6th seed. If that actually happens in real life, Jesus Christ, I will be so happy. But I want to say I think that's unrealistic. I do want to say I think that's unrealistic. Oh man, let's get into these AFC matchups, man. Jesus Christ. Sports influencer out. AV Sports out here shaking his head. Sports influencer just dying. But okay, man. Listen, that's unrealistic, man. No matter which way you slice it, unless the Giants just have a miracle season. This chat is biased for the Giants, and I'm okay with it. Laughing mad loud from Leonard Gray. I definitely kind of expected it. I wasn't going into here with any type of, the most realistic of realistic expectations, because the plan was to do it with you guys. So I kind of knew it was gonna be a little bit biased, and I'm fine with that. So in the AFC matchup, Steelers Jaguars, I would go Steelers. Titans Ravens, I would go Ravens. Going back to whoever said the Ravens can't go 16-0, I'm really starting to feel you here. I just don't know what team would come up and beat them. Patriots Texans, I'd go Pats. Chargers Broncos, I'd go Broncos. Chiefs Raiders, I go Chiefs. What does the chat say? Let's see. Like Chris says, anything can happen in football. That is true. Dylan Renner, any given Sunday. Leonard Gray, I already read that. Sports influencer with his vote. Steelers, Titans, Pats, Chargers, Chiefs. Steelers, Titans, Pats, Chargers, Chiefs. AV Sports saying Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Chiefs. Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Chiefs. Edward Chan saying Steelers, Titans. So let me get back to the Titans. Texans, Chargers, Chiefs. Texans, Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers are better on the road. Dylan Renner says Titans win because Lamar tore his ACL. Yo, Dylan just wants Lamar Jackson to tear his ACL, man. Chill. But generally, since we're not predicting injuries, the chat right now is voting more so Titans than they are Ravens. And maybe it can happen. Who knows? The Ravens get a little too confident and then they fall short against the Titans, who are actually doing pretty good in the AFC right now, leading the AFC South with a 7-3 record. So maybe that does happen. But right now, this is how it's playing out according to the chat. Wow, the Patriots are now kind of starting to fall. Before they were tied with the Bills, I think just a couple weeks ago, and they're now sitting at 4-6, looking out of the playoffs. Let me just actually go over the AFC standings real quick. Or you know what? I'll go it over once we finish the whole thing right here. Upset week: Jags wins, Titans wins, Chargers wins, Raiders wins, upset win. Jags. Well, that's just one vote. Ravens. No, Titans. Raiders. I think you were the only person that voted for Raiders. And yeah, but I think this is how it goes for the AFC. So when we get up to the AFC versus NFC side of things, Eagles, Browns. This is interesting. You know what I'm saying? The Giants fan in me wants to say the Browns take the win just because I don't like the Eagles. But I think the Eagles would be fighting. I'll leave that up to you guys. Packers, Colts. That's another interesting one. They're at similar records. Bengals. Wow, all of these are just toss-ups. All of these are toss-ups. I can't really decide between any of them, just right off the bat. Edward says Eagles if they get Jamal. Packers and Skins. Christian Jones, did I get you? What do you mean by that? I didn't see your last comment. But Eagles, Packers, Skins is how it is right now. Then Sports Influencer says Browns, Packers, Skins. Then AV says Eagles, Colts, and Redskins. Rictimus says Herbert at Denver getting the W, ? Listen, maybe, man, it'll be Herbert versus Drew Lock. I mean, this is what the chat voted for, but if we were to imagine the situation, my guess is that the Chargers defense just outshines what is supposed to be a high-powered Bronx offense, and it might be just a defensive game, close defensive game. Who knows? My picks, Christian Jones. Christian Jones said Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Broncos, Chiefs. Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Broncos, Chiefs. I think I did get your votes, and even if I did count them, it would still remain the same, Christian. I think it would still remain the same because the guys that are, selected right now had heavy amounts of votes for them. Leonard Gray says Eagles, Packers, Skins. That's what it's leaning towards. Eagles, Colts, Skins. The Packers just have one more vote than the Colts. For those of you voting for the Colts, by the way. Carson, we breaks collarbone out for the year. Browns win. So, you heard it here first. Dylan Renner is Nostradamus when it comes to predicting injuries, bro. If you want to know about an injury to your favorite player, just ask Dylan. He got you with the hookup. Don't ask him how he knows, but he got you with the hookup. Let's move on to the NFC. Cardinals at Seahawks. I think it will be Seahawks. Lions at Panthers. That's honestly a toss-off. Maybe the Panthers finally get their first win. Who knows? Falcons at Saints. I'll go Saints. Cowboys at Vikings. Toss-up. Rams at Buccaneers. I think the Rams get back on their feet. And let me know what you guys think. I'm going to wait for the votes to come in just a little bit. And let me refresh this right here. And look at the chat here. Rictimus says, this dude is from the future, knows all the injuries. I'm telling you, man. He's a time traveler. He has his third eye open. Everything, my guy. Edward Chan saying Hawks, Lions, Saints, Cowboys, Bucks. Hawks, Lions, Saints, Cowboys, Bucks. And Dylan coming in says, yes, y'all won't be laughing then. Dylan, if you actually predicting this, bro, does Saquon have a full healthy year again? Can we not worry about Saquon? Christian Jones saying Seahawks, Panthers, so that goes back to nil. Saints, Vikings, Buccaneers. Saints, Vikings, Buccaneers. So right now it's back to nil for the Lions and Cowboys game. Sports influencers saying Hawks, Panthers, Saints, Vikings, Rams. Saints, Vikings, Rams. It's still one more vote for the Buccaneers. That's why I didn't nil it for a Rams-Buccaneers game. And right now this is how it's sitting. Any more votes before we go over the standings? And then the week after this one, week 12, will be the final week that we do tonight. I want to do, keep it at a good 6 weeks per stream, and then I think that would basically cover the regular season. And then the website is really, really good. The website actually allows you to go into the postseason also if you do the entire regular season. You could predict the postseason if you want to. So I guess this is how it's gonna sit. Nobody else is really turning in. Yep, nobody else is really turning in their votes. Ridiculous. The votes look good for this week. So let us go over the standings real quick. In the AFC North, Ravens at 9-1, Steelers 6-4, Browns 6-4, Bengals 2-8. AFC South, Titans 7-3, Colts 5-5, Texans 4-6, Jaguars 1-9. AFC East, Bills 6-3, Patriots 4-6, Jets 2-7, Dolphins 2-8. The West, Chiefs 9-1, Broncos 6-4, Chargers 5-5, Raiders 1-9. The teams in the playoffs as of right now and in order from first to seventh seed are Ravens, Chiefs, Titans, Bills, Broncos, Steelers, and Browns. Then on the NFC side of things, the NFC North, Packers at 7-3, Vikings 6-4, Lions 2-8, Bears 2-8. The South, Saints 10-0. Wow, didn't realize that. Buccaneers 7-4, Falcons 3-7, Panthers 1-10. The East, Giants 7-3, Eagles 6-4, Cowboys 6-4, Redskins 2-8. The West, 49ers 9-1, Seahawks 9-1, Cardinals 5-5, Rams 3-7, and then the teams in the playoffs in order from first to seventh seed: Saints, 49ers, Giants, wow, Packers, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Vikings. So that's definitely a surprise for me. And let me just check in with the chat real quick. Oh, Leonard Gray came in a little late. He said Seahawks, Lions, Falcons, Bucks, Vikes. So let me see that. Let me actually go back to week 12 and see if that changes anything. So he said Seahawks, Lions. I think the Lions still had less votes than the Panthers. Falcons, yeah, that definitely had less votes. Bucks, Vikes, yeah. So it didn't really change that much. So let's go in. This is the final week we're doing, and the Giants are apparently just got the easy clinch. I mean, no surprise here. We're all Giants fan in the chat, and this will be the final week for tonight in the AFC. Ravens at Steelers. Maybe the Steelers go and beat the Ravens again. They smell blood in the water. Who knows? I'll leave that as a toss-up. Chargers at Bills. I think Bills take it. Titans at Colts. You know what? I'm going to say the Colts take it in an upset win. I think the Colts will, try and get and scrape up to the first place in the AFC South. Browns at Jaguars. I'm going to go Browns. Dolphins at Jets. Another toss-up. What is the chat thinking? Giants pride. You hear me? I hear you, man. I hear you. I definitely hear you, Leonard Gray. So get your picks in for the AFC side in Week 12. Apparently the Giants are out here just taking names, man. The NFC East is definitely coming down to the wire in terms of how the first three teams are ranked. They're all within one game of each other. And Giants aren't even the best team when it comes to division wins in the East right now. That's the Eagles. They're 3-1. So the first votes are coming in. Christian Jones says Ravens, Bills, Colts, Browns, Dolphins. Edward Chan says Ravens, Bills, Titans. So then that resets it. Titans, Browns, Jets. So it resets it for the Titans game and the Dolphins game. Get in the rest of your votes, guys. Get in the rest of your votes. Dolphins win from Dylan Renner, so that sets it back to the Dolphins. And Leonard Gray says Ravens, Bills, Browns, Dolphins, Colts. And he says Phillip Rivers is on one this year, I believe. Heard you. Yes, it was Christian. Steelers. Okay, yeah, Steelers, Chargers. I think. Hold up. I think a lot of yeah. So Chargers is their first vote. Colts, Browns, Fins, Jets. So Colts, Browns, Fins, Jets. Jets and sweeping. I think you might have voted twice, Sports Influencer. I'm not sure. Steelers win. We all know why. Minshew throws 300 yards, beating the Browns. Right now, I think there's more votes for the Browns than the Jags, so it would not change Dylan Renner as the votes is leading towards the Browns. And this is what it's shaping up to be for the AFC side of things on Week 12. As we go into the AFC versus NFC, we have Texans at Lions. I think it will be Texans over Lions. Giants at Bengals. Oh my God, I think like not even as Giants bias. I just think the Giants are a better team, and that sets us at 8-3, bro. Jesus Christ. Raiders at Falcons. You guys, that's a toss up. Cardinals at Pats. I'd go Pats. Saints at Broncos. Saints. Chiefs at Buccaneers. Chiefs. Although maybe the Saints get their first loss of the season. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Jets ain't sweeping. My bad. Alright, sports influencer. That's cool. I think I got the gist anyway. Let's see how this goes. Dolphins getting the Browns out of this year, surprisingly, to the Jets fan. Then we got the votes. Texans, Giants, Falcons, Pats, Broncos, Bucks. Pats, Broncos, Bucks. So you're saying that we got two upsets right here, and the Broncos taking away the first win from the Seahawks. They're giving them their first L. Edward Chan says Texans, Giants, Falcons, Cardinals, so that resets. Saints, Chiefs. So I think that also resets. Then Christian Jones saying Texans, Giants, Falcons, Texans, Giants, Falcons, Cardinals, Saints, Chiefs. Cardinals, Saints, Chiefs. So then it goes to that way. Dylan Renner, thank you so much, bro. Shout out for the $2 super chat. Thank you for all the support, my man. Gotta show support. Make chicken tenders. Be right back. Yo, man, I actually have some chicken nuggets in the freezer. Maybe I'll eat those for dinner. Who knows, man? Who knows? So I feel where you're coming from there, Dylan Renner. Thank you, bro. Skip Bayless cries. Yo, if there's one thing I can't wait to see, it's to see Skip Bayless just fall apart when Tom Brady doesn't take the Bucks to the Super Bowl this year. I'll tell you that. Leonard Gray says Lions, Giants. Oh, so the first vote for the Lions. Giants, Falcons, Saints, Cards, Chiefs. Yep, this is where it's laying right now in terms of the votes right here. Definitely laying in this direction. I got kind of excited when it lay towards the Broncos for a second. I was like, ooh, Saints get their first loss. But then 2 votes in a row for the Saints. So there you go. And I think we should move on to the NFC side of things. We got Redskins at Cowboys. I think Cowboys take that. Panthers at Vikings. I would say Vikings take that. 49ers at Rams. I'd say Niners. Bears at Packers. I go Packers. Seahawks at Eagles. I'd probably say Eagles. Who knows? You eat those for dinner on stream. I'll donate again. But I need to see every bite. Bro. Dylan. I have to end the stream soon, bro. It's like, you know, those take time to heat up and whatnot, my guy. I mean, I'm not. Ooh, that's tempting, Dylan. Sports influencer says the Cowgirls, Vikes, Niners, Bears, Hawks. So Cowboys, Vikes, Niners, Bears, and Hawks. So that's it that way. Cowboys, Vikings, 49ers, Packers, Hawks. Cowboys, Vikings, 49ers. I think that resets it. Packers, Hawks. And yeah. Actually, there's 2 votes for the Packers. Yeah. Dylan, if you're serious about that, bro, let me know. I'll heat up a few. I can't heat up the whole plate because I don't know if I will eat a whole plate. But if you're serious, bro, I'm saying I already got this over here, so he says I got time. Not the Bears' first rodeo versus the Packs. It's a great rivalry. That is very true, sports influencers. Same as above. Okay, I was about to say Cowboy. I can't say that, Leonard. You know, YouTube and demonetization. Cowboys, Vikings, Niners, Packers, Hawks. Cowboys, Vikings, Niners, Packers, Hawks. All the way to the Super Bowl, baby. Woo! My throat is a little bit sore in case you guys don't know. I am dead serious. No cap. Dylan, do it and I'll do it, bro. Do that right now and I'll do it. I'm serious too. We got a stare down right here, man. Let me tilt my glasses down a little bit, bro. You serious? I'm serious, bro. Just saying. Of course, after. Okay, after. All right, you know what? Since the stream is coming to an end anyway, let me go put them in the microwave. Come back, recap how the season is, and then we'll see what happens, man. So give me like a couple seconds. I'll be right back. can't believe I'm doing this. I can't. I cannot believe they're in the microwave right now, doing it. So in like 2 minutes they'll be ready, bro. I'm done. We got people laughing in the chat. Oh my god. Afternoons due to 2021 to 2022 predicting season and draft picks. If it's possible, I'll do it. I'm gonna have to find a simulator for the draft picks. Go make them nuggets. This channel is lit. I mess with it. Thank you, Leonard Gray. I think I won the stare down. Football guys like myself, great company. Thank you. Yo, listen, at the end of the day, I'll tell you guys right now, I think I know that we're all just kind of bored out of our minds without sports and whatnot. So even if it's not directly sports related, I'm happy if you guys are entertained by the channel, you know what I'm saying? And so while the Nuggets are heating up, let us recap, because like I said, I am kind of strapped for time. I will recap this right here, and I think by the time I finish that, the Nuggets will be ready. And Dylan, you better have your $2 ready, bro. So, and back to the AFC side of things, not much really changed. Ravens at first place at the AFC North at 10-1, Browns at 7-4, Steelers 6-5, Bengals 2-9, AFC South Titans 7-4, Colts 6-5, Texans 5-6, Jaguars 1-10. Wow, they're really in contention for that first overall pick. AFC East 7-3, the Bills are top 7-3, Patriots 4-7, Dolphins 3-8, Jets 2-8. The AFC West, Chiefs at 10-1, Broncos 6-5, Chargers 5-6, Raiders 1-10. And then in order from first seed to seventh seed, the teams in the playoffs right now on the AFC side are the Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, Titans, Browns, Broncos, and Colts. And yes, Edward, absolutely. He said, Dylan, can you make a video about the players on the Giants should trade for the mid-season? Speaking of which, by the way, that brought up the subscriber suggested video. Since you guys know I've been doing that for basically 5 weeks in a row now. The subscriber suggested video, I'm already working on it, already editing it. Hopefully it could be out before the call-in stream tomorrow. And as a reminder to you guys, after the stream, I will put up a post on community notes with instructions on how to call in for the stream tomorrow. So look out for that. Then on the NFC side of things, NFC North, Packers atop at 8-3, Vikings 7-4, Lions 2-9, Bears 2-9. The NFC South, Saints at 11-0, Jesus, just undefeated. Buccaneers 7-5, Falcons 4-7, Panthers 1-11. The NFC East, the Giants atop at 8-3, Cowboys 7-4, Eagles 6-5, Redskins 2-9, and the West, 49ers atop 10-1, but the Seahawks right there also at 10-1, Cardinals 6-5, Rams 3-8, and finally the playoff teams in order from the first seed to the seventh. We got Saints, 49ers, Giants, still the third seed. My God. Then Packers, who's the fifth? Seahawks, Vikings, and Cowboys. So that's how shaping up week 12. 2/3 of the season is over. Next week when we do the stream again will be the last one. So Leonard Gray says, make a video on remaining free agents Giants should sign. I say Clowney, Britt from Hawks 2. Leonard Gray, I actually made a video on that not even like a week ago. Just go on the channel. It's one of my more recent vids. I think you will like it. And Dylan Renner, I just heard the microwave. So let's get the nuggets. I still can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, the light. Okay, Dylan. Here's I actually have to check on my computer to see that this is showing. Here's the, wow. It just disconnected. I don't know why. Give me a second. But my phone, I hope my phone didn't die or anything. Yeah, it just disconnected. Hold up. You know why it disconnected? For some reason, my Google activated. So there's that. There is that. If I can just get rid of it and get the phone back up. It's really useful that I'm using the phone as the webcam, but stuff like that happens from time to time, random apps being clicked. Here it is. And I guess I'll sit and chat with you guys as I eat these, and then the stream will be over. But let's see what the chat is saying. Dylan Renner, Giants grab a. Well, I can't eat and talk, so I'll just read. So. What do you mean I'm trying to scam you, bro? But Dylan, your predictions are getting very scary, my guy. I agree with Sports Influencer. You're out here predicting that McKinney gets a concussion after 3 weeks. Bradbury pulls a hip flexor. Listen, I'm one of the guys that Loki gave up on Sam Beal also, but yeah, I guess. Sports Influencer saying, listen, man, it's a struggle out here, Sports Influencer, and you know it is. But that is the truth. I will never scam you guys. Always give you the entertainment that you request. But in terms of Sam Beal, I kind of gave up on him also just because he's more injury prone than anybody. So Dylan, if you're saying Sam Beal starts because of injuries, that's kind of ironic. Are you telling me that people eat it without ketchup? Is that a thing? If that's a thing, I don't know, man. You might not need to be friends with them anymore. I still can't believe I'm doing this. But hey, man. Any other topics I want to talk is kind of just weird. I'm just sitting here doing this so that Dylan can see that I'm not scamming him, and you guys are just sitting there watching me do this. That's crazy. My mom was looking at me and laughing. One of my subscribers, Dylan, said he'll donate $2 if I eat chicken nuggets on stream.
$2 is not anything.
Hey, man.
Hey, so you're showing him you're eating kids meal there.
Hey, they eat chicken nuggets too. She's like, I'm showing you guys that I eat kids meals.
And then there's another thing. It's rude to eat in front of anybody else when they're not eating.
I know. I said the same thing. All right, ma, go. My mom was like heavily judging. Yeah, I know, Edward. It was a good bit of awkward silence there, man. Enjoy this $1.25 from Dylan. Jaguars trade Yannick to the Jets for Jamal. Jets get a third-round pick in a future fifth. In terms of the Jamal Adams and where I want him to go, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I want Jamal to go to the Cowboys. And I know you guys might be saying, oh my God, why would you want him to go to the Cowboys? That helps out the Cowboys. Specifically so that it messes up their cap situation a little bit more. And I'm not going to say that, Dylan. Lemieux has a good chance of winning the center job just because he's the best in run blocking at that position as of right now. I still think Spencer Pulley might start week 1 because they want the veteran to get in their start. And Shane Lemieux at the end of the day was a mid-later round pick. So he does have development to do, especially switching from guard to center. So while I think Lemieux has the best chance of winning out the job, I don't necessarily think he'll start automatically. There's no way I see the Giants taking Jamal Adams or even going after him, let alone having a chance to get him. I think we're good at the safety position now. Without a doubt, it will be an upgrade. As much as we love Xavier McKinney and whatnot, or Jabril Peppers, he's better than both of them. But we don't need him. Almost done here. That too. Does Jamal Adams actually want to come here? I mean, the Giants have low-key had a good amount of former Jets players on the team, from Snacks to Williams. Actually, I think that might be it. I think. But yeah, would Jamal Adams even want to come here as a former Jets player? Last one. So Dylan, um, here you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just ketchup, but as you can see, no nuggets. Dylan, I'm looking directly at the chat here. Ah, where's the super chat, bro? I lived up to my end of the deal. Come on now, Dylan. You got people in here, that witnesses to the history that was made. Where is it, bro? Where is it? Rictimus Prime saying Ingram should be traded or released if he missed any games. Dude has so much potential but can't stay on the field. But if he stays healthy, the Giants will win the division, no doubt. If Evan Ingram stays healthy, I think the Giants kind of have a top 10 offense immediately. I think we're going to have a top 15 offense just without Evan Ingram staying healthy, and just because I like how the offense was built. I like how the offensive line is currently. I like our weapons. But if Ingram can stay healthy, it bumps it up from top 15 to top 10. And maybe just because we have such a high-powered offense, we make some type of impact in the NFC. That's just me, but I have been on the trade Evan Ingram, bro, since essentially the end of last season. So, I'm completely with you there, Rictimus. If he can't stay healthy, there's no use having him on the team. And it's a bit harsh, but at this point, I'm at the point with players where if somebody talks to me about them and they're like, oh, this player is really good, but they can't stay healthy, it's like, all right, then that's essentially, they're not that good. They're not as good as you say because they're not always in the game. You know what I mean? Leonard Gray says, I miss tight ends like Jeremy Shockey. I haven't seen Shockey play live because I didn't really start watching the Giants until like 2010, 2011. But yeah, I would like another Jeremy Shockey also. But wasn't Shockey also a little bit injury prone, at least towards the end? And Dylan Renner out here paying up. Shout out to Dylan Renner. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, you obey, I deliver. Listen, man. There was a bet. I lived up to the bet. That's what happened. A sports influencer says, that's not $2. Scam. What a scam. Oh my god, he's right, bro. Dylan scammed me out of 1 cent. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But man of his word, Dylan Renner. And unless there's really another topic you guys want to talk about, I'm going to end the stream right here. Like I said, kind of bit strapped for time. Oh my god, Dylan Renner coming through again with another dollar super chat. Thank you, man. He's coming in clutch. Thank you, Dylan, for the... That's like your 3rd super chat tonight, my guy. Thank you so much. And everybody's just... He says that was because of the influencer. So sports influencer says there, I got an extra dollar. Thank you so much to you guys. This was definitely a very fun stream. I like the way it turned out, especially towards the end. But yeah, the last question I'll answer tonight, is there any way I see us acquiring Clowney? I really believe he's the missing piece. Realistically speaking, no, because I don't think the Giants even expected to get Marcus Golden back with the way things are going out with the Marcus Golden deal and the Marcus Golden situation right now. So I don't think we're going to get Clowney because I'm pretty sure they signed Fackrell with the intention that somebody else was going to take Golden away. I don't see us getting him, and I don't even know if Clowney wants to come here, going back to his thoughts saying that he wants to go to a winning team. That's my final thoughts for tonight. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, all of y'all that voted for, in the chat. Stay tuned on community notes. Like I said, I'll have an announcement out there on how to tune in and how to call in for the call-in show tomorrow. And thank you all again for the support.